Hi everyone, John Nix here with your daily news fix for November 12th, 2014. It is literally a full-time job keeping up with the absurdity of the leftist wingnut progressives these days. The shooting of Michael Brown, an 18-year-old black man, by a white police officer in Ferguson, Missouri, has been fueled by racial tension and continued violence. Now, with the grand jury decision to be decided by the weekend, there are protests planned in at least 35 cities the day after the grand jury announcement. There have been multiple eyewitnesses and autopsies supporting the fact that Brown attacked the officer, injuring him in the process, and was subsequently shot and killed. So, under normal circumstances, that would be enough. But enter Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson, and other charlatans that make a living on race baiting and racial division, the liberal media licking up every drop, and Attorney General Eric Holder adding fuel to the fire. Now, we have a grand jury. This is where it gets really absurd, though. We find out now that Brown's parents spoke to the United Nations Committee Against Torture on Tuesday, claiming that the killing of their son and the force used by police officers on protesters in the aftermath violate the Convention Against Torture and other cruel, inhuman, or degrading treatment or punishment. What does the UN have to do with any of this, I ask you? And even if they had authority, the Browns did not think this up on their own. Do the Browns have media advisors? Who's exactly profiting from this scam? So somebody's profiting from it. By the way, the UN testimony was a closed testimony. The Browns issued a statement that calls for the arrest of Officer Darren Wilson and the end of racial profiling and racially based police harassment, and guidelines on investigation into police brutality and harassment of black and brown communities. If this had been an 18-year-old white man, it would have been possibly barely made the 6 o'clock news. The liberal progressives turn this into a media sideshow, and the tabloid TV is eating it up. The Browns have turned this into a profitable t-shirt selling industry. They are profiting from their son's crime and incidental death. At what point do we stop and ask ourselves just how our society is free-falling into this abyss of gluttonous evil? How do we get to this point? More importantly, how do we return to some semblance of civilization and respect for one another? Or can we? Never surrender your rights, never give up, never shut up, and keep getting up. I'm John Nix, and that was your News Fix.